Alright guys, welcome back. So I did already taper out the sides on both sides for my dad. And like I promised, I will show you guys how to blend out the sides and the top part. First, what you want to do is you want to spray the hair down. I like using this spray, the mist spray, just because it really gets inside deep and you don't have to like squirt directly at the client, right?
Kind of heavy.
And then also, what you want to do is you want to get yourself one of these flat combs, and this is from Babyliss right there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to find his natural part to where it's at, because that's the way that you want to cut their hair. You want to make sure that it's easier for them for when they actually do want to style their hair, that you style it the way that their hair is meant to be. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and find it right there.
That, put that Palmolive on it.
My dad's old school. He used to use that Palmolive, that 3 flowers joint. So as you guys can see right there, that this is where his natural part is, and his hair is really heavy. His hair is heavy right here. So what I'm gonna do, and what I've learned recently this week, is that these Babyliss Ferraris have actually been really good for clipper over comb work, and that's why I'm using it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm actually gonna open it all the way. That's open and that's closed. Okay, it's this little trigger thing right here. So I'm gonna open it all the way. I'm gonna put the comb through, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut straight through it. Right? Boom. Same thing. I'm gonna match the front section with the mid section, and boom, cut through. Gonna go all the way through around. Same thing. Boom. The way that you angle the comb matters. So if you angle the comb at an outwards angle like this, then the hair is gonna still continuously pop out. So what you have to do in your mind and in your eyes, in your vision, you have to see what hair needs to be cut. So obviously this section of his hair needs to be cut, so I'm gonna go ahead and raise that up, and I'm gonna make it almost parallel to his head, the blend part, okay? And then what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and close it. I'm gonna get closer to his scalp so I can start actually blending the bottom part. And then I'm gonna start from the back and then work my way up to the front, okay? Now I'm not one of those kinds of barbers who can use the clipper over comb technique to go from fade or not, because for me personally, I like a tight fade as well. I don't like seeing dark lines at all. So I'm gonna do my best to use all that. So I just open it again because I want to take out this chunk of hair right here, because that's kind of like a layer. And if you guys can't see, but when I'm putting the comb up and I'm about to cut, I use my middle finger right here to kind of guide for leverage to cut the hair. So I'm gonna open up, put my finger through, and then take a chop. Okay. And this is I don't know if that works for everybody, but I just recognize that myself that I do that. So that's my style of cutting or whatever. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get my seniors again, switch out the combs to my regular Hanzo comb that I use, and I'm gonna get the 1.5 guard. Okay, I'm gonna get the 1.5 guard, and then go ahead and go right here with it. And so this is the first perimeter. Now this is the second perimeter. But I'm also at the same time trying to blend it to go in with this part right here, okay? How's it coming out?
Excuse me.
You're good. So I'm just taking light, easy strokes. I'm not really trying to I'm not really trying to make a second one. You want to drink water?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BRB.
Yeah, then pause.
No. Just roll.
Sorry, folks. Old man needs a drink. It's just water. I don't need a mirror from him. He does a good job. I trust him. Thanks, buddy.
It's Patron, actually. It's not just water. It's Patron. There you go.
That's enough.
You sure?
That's enough.
Cheers. Salute.
Thanks.
All right, so Comb, seniors, 1.5. So I'm gonna also give my dad a lineup, right? So I don't mind going up a little bit higher with the fade because that's gonna be gone, and I'm just worried about this part being flat, right? So I got my one guard, and it's closed right now, and now I'm gonna try to knock out that perimeter, that between the 1 and the 2, okay? Again, for the future, if you plan on cutting hair for the future for a really long time, and you want to save your wrist and you want to save carpal tunnel, do not cut with your wrist like this, okay? You want to use your elbows and your shoulders more so.
Ergonomics will affect you when you get older.
Ergonomics. I don't even know how to spell it, but my dad, he knows. And also my auntie was the one that told me about this, so shout out to my auntie. She told me that if I wanted to cut hair, I'm gonna build carpal tunnel, and I've been cutting hair for 16 years, and the only pain that I have is gaining weight.
That comes with the territory.
Comes with the territory. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm cutting hair, I kind of make like a side look like that when I'm cutting. I just need to see like different angles, and even sometimes I'll cut really close to watch the hair cut. And I just love listening to hair being cut. It's just a beautiful sound to me, right? So,
Oh yeah.
of course, this part is dark right here because I didn't get to that part.
You used to cut 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes.
So what, Dad?
You used to cut till 4 o'clock in the morning.
See that? And I'll do that to this day. But it kind of depends on who it is.
Yeah.
I won't do that for everybody, but you know, money talks. And if not, then it's all about the vibe. If I feel like I'm in the mood for cutting hair, I'm just gonna cut hair, man. Like in the beginning stages, like all I wanted to do was cut hair.
Yeah.
And now, it's right now the time is 10 o'clock, and all I want to do is cut hair. Like, and I want to cut my dad's hair and spend quality time with him, and you know, things like that.
Right.
Always make time to fit in the people who you care about and who you know cares about you as well. Make that phone call to somebody that you haven't talked to in a while.
Caking is real, you guys.
Also, I wasn't grown up to be called Kagan. That was a name given to me from. Actually, I made that name up myself. It was just a term that we used to use back in the day. And that's kind of like a common question. Kagan was like a replaceable word for cool or dope. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna actually freehand this part. If you guys can see some hair sticking out, I'm gonna go ahead and freehand this part. And I am trying to pay real close attention to the hair. Because sometimes clip over comb doesn't do it. Sometimes the guards won't do it. So you have to trust your hands. And I trust my hands 1,000%. You trust every stroke. Every stroke you make. Make it worth it. Okay? Again, I'm gonna comb that part down. Just set them up like this. And I'm cutting off this bulk right here. Okay. The reason why I'm not talking right now is because I'm focused. I can't talk right now. right? So that's the comb down side. And fuck it, I'll just get to the other side too as well. So this side's a little bit different. All right, so this side is where it's heaviest the most, right? You guys can see. Boom. Again, I'm using an iPhone 7 Plus, so bear with me with the quality and me like moving things around. I don't have a fancy gadget to make cool videos or cool editing or whatever. I don't have the editing skills. I just have the hair cutting skills, right? So as you guys can see, or you guys actually can't see, it's heavy. There's two different sections right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take this part down, and then I'm gonna work my way up to the top just like that, right? So because I want the hair to fall. And this is also even before I use the scissors, okay? So I'm gonna use the Babyliss again for the clip over comb part. I'm actually gonna close it because I wanna take off more hair. I'm gonna start lower, just like this, boom, and bring it up, boom, bring it up. And when you're cutting hair, you can't, again, you have to make confident strokes when you're cutting hair. You can't be scared and think like, oh man, like I messed up. Like, no, every mistake you can bounce back from it all the time. There's no such thing as a mistake unless the guard comes off, then you're fucked. All right, so I'm going all the way up, combing the hair through, all the way up. I'm gonna get down. And now I'm actually fading with the clipper over comb downwards. And I'm trying to take off bulk. Combing my dad's hair the way that. So again, when you guys are combing hair, when you guys are combing long hair, you have to make sure you comb the hair the way that the hair is going to fall naturally, okay? So my dad's hair right here, his hair is coming at an angle. You guys can't see it, but I can see it. His hair is coming at an angle, so I have to move the comb in that angle to cut that hair, okay? Move that comb in the angle to cut the hair.
Get all that gray out.
Get all that gray out. All right. Starting from the bottom, now we here. All right. I hope you guys are enjoying this because I'm enjoying the hell out of it. Even if you don't, like, this is my shit. So I'm gonna take caution with this back section right here. And I'm probably gonna leave it at that, except for the bottom part, obviously, because I need to fade this part down. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this part up because I wanna show you guys everything else. As far as the fade on this side, it's gonna be the same exact thing. Watch the next part. Promises it might be the last part, I'm not sure, but the next part is gonna be of me actually cutting the top part of my dad's hair and making it less light and styling it to make him look not as old. All right, y'all.
It takes